Hi everybody, I think I'm live. There's usually a little bit of a lag, but I'm diving on in here. Mars is in Aries. It's about just go, go, go. Even if you're not sure, you just go anyway. So, welcome. Very, very warm welcome to all of you, my beautiful extended family. I'd like to first say a real shout out to my wonderful Lucy, who is my moderator, my assistant, and she's creating a whole community with you here on this live chat. Hours before I come online, Lucy's talking with you, interacting with you. I come in with little bits and pieces, but she's terrific. So shout out to wonderful Lucy. Because this new moon in Cancer is all about family. What does family mean to you? How can we not realize that we are one big family? Now this new moon is at 28 degrees of Cancer. So it would be very helpful if you could find out where this moon is falling in your chart. Because if you know where it is in your chart, and Lucy, could you please post the link to the free chart in the chat, please, so that people can get their free charts from my website, as well as a little mini reading thrown in, and see if you can find where is 28 degrees of Cancer, which house is it in my chart. And Mars in Aries is very much, it's going to be there for months, is encouraging you to take risks. So here I'm taking another risk here. I got myself a little board today. It's not a magnetic one. I really wanted a magnetic one, but this will do for today. So I hope you can see it, because there's a sort of a time lag between when I see myself and when I think you see me. So I'll just say thank you for liking the video. Lucy's encouraging you to like, because it means that more people can join our wonderful family here. Oh, there's quite a long lag. I've been holding this up for a while. All right. So I think you can see that. I hope that the light is not on it. I've got to get a little bit more adept with it. Oh, hello, LL. Love to you in New Zealand. How lovely. So let's say, for example, you are Cancer rising. This is Cancer. Then this moon, unless you're a very late Cancer rising, is at 28 degrees. So it's going to be somewhere here in your first house. Now, if you are Leo rising, gosh, this is a big risk to do this live, because I've not done it before and I've not got my rubber and... All right, so if you're Leo rising, improvising here, my lovely family, thank you for putting up with me. But if you are Leo rising, then chances are this moon is going to be in your 12th house, one back. All right, I will do a separate video about that. But if you know which house it's falling in, then for example, you can set a new intention in that life area. So for example, if it's falling in your 10th house or 6th house, you might set an intention to get a new job, a new kind of work. If it's falling in your 7th house, you might want a new relationship and set that intention. Or you might want to renew an existing relationship. So what I love about this new moon energy is it's like we've got a blank canvas. We can start fresh. So even if you don't know where it is in your chart, you can still set new intentions today at the time of this new moon. So my new intention, because it's actually in my first house, I'm Cancer rising, I'm late Cancer rising, but it's just in my first house. I've set myself a task, a new intention, to just take more risks, to not be so frightened of taking risks. Yeah, my natal Mars is in Libra. Not much use Mars in Libra, it really isn't. It's like, will I, won't I, should I, shouldn't I? I mean, if you knew the kinds of arguments I have with in myself about, shall I go live tonight? Shall I not? Is this the right time? Will they like what I've got to say? Instead of what we've got, the energy now is, until January, is Mars in Aries. So I'm going to encourage all of you to begin to take more risks. Even if you don't feel ready. I never feel ready to do a live stream, ever. I've always got a few butterflies in my tummy, especially when I press the button. And it's like, okay, I'm going anyway. So even if you're not ready, because chances are you're never going to feel ready. For those of you who are perfectionists, you're never going to feel as though you're ready. So Mars energy is just saying, come on, let's use this energy, rather than using it in revolting, in rebelling, that's a new word, in rebelling, in being aggressive or violent, because these can be ways in which this Mars in energy can manifest. But if you, on the other hand, connect with your passion, your courage, I'm going to do it anyway, I'm going to give it a try, I'll go, yeah, I'm just going to go. And that's what this Mars in energy is. Mars in energy. I can't speak tonight. What is this? And I can't even blame it on a Mercury retrograde. But just, you know, I'm in my 60s. Yeah, I'm not a spring chicken, although I have to say I feel like one. I'm not one, so to speak, by the outer world. But on my inner world, I feel about 15. But somebody has asked, where is it in your chart? All right, so I'm going to go through. Somebody's asking, where you're looking for where the sign Cancer is in your chart, where this sign Cancer appears, and you're looking for 28 degrees. So you're looking for that house. So a quick run around the houses. Thank you, Mona. You're very generous listening to me, even if I'm stumbling on my words. I think Mars in Aries just says, look, just improvise. And as a musician, we always had to do that. You had to improvise. They pushed you. They said, right, just do it. Sight read, go. So first house, if it's in your first house, you might want to set a new intention about how you appear, how you want to express yourself. And for me, it's about expressing more courage. So if it's in your second house, a new intention around your finances. If it's in your third house, the new moon, a new intention around the people around you, community, communications generally. You might set a new intention about learning something, teaching something, sharing something. If it's in your fourth house, a new intention around your home, your family. Fifth house, a new intention around your creativity, having a bit more fun. Sixth house here, that would be a new intention around your health maybe, or your work, or being of service, doing something that you feel is valuable. Seventh house, new relationship. Eighth house would have to do with, could do with anything to do with money again. sometimes a new intention to do with going more deeply, allowing yourself to research something. Maybe you want to find out about something, get to the bottom of something. The 9th house would be an intention around maybe your spiritual journey, and also around higher learning, traveling somewhere. Not that we can travel much, but different kinds of travels, virtual travels. The 10th house has to do with your career, a new intention. But let's say you don't have a career, maybe a new intention about finding out what my destiny is for this new world. Let me set a new intention that I'm going to find out what I'm supposed to be doing. And if it's in your 11th house, that would be here, that would have everything to do with maybe creating an intention for creating new friends, new social connections, connecting with your tribe. And if it's a new moon in your 12th house, oh, that's a new intention to go deeply to the inner world and find out some of the treasures inside of me. So these are just little tasters, yeah? I could talk about an hour about each house, of course, because each house is profound and has a lot more meaning than just the little tiddly bits that I'm telling you. But these are just things to look for, and I hope it's helpful. And if you don't know the exact time you're born, Rana, then you're not going to know which house this is in, okay? Because you do need the time of birth in order to ascertain what your ascendant is. Without the time of birth, we don't know your ascendant. However, you can still, thank you, Bowman, thank you. And thank you to those who even donated generously before I even got started. So thank you very, very much. I'm very grateful, super grateful. You really boost me in many ways. Liking the videos, your support, your love. Lucy, thank you. You're doing a terrific job. And Drew, I think, just came online, so thank you, Drew. Drew is also helping here in the chat. So, so this sun, moon in Cancer. We're going to be moving in a few days' time to the Leo energy. And I hope you can see behind me, I did a Leo painting because we're coming into this fire energy, yeah? And I thought, hey, you know, what will come through? So I asked the Pleiadians, I said, could you, could you do something that would be fiery for Leo? So there it is. I hope you like it. I hope that fires you up. Thank you very much, Nicola. So, yeah, I'll pop in here now because he might fall. So, the Cancer energy, we're being reminded to nourish, to feed, and what is going to create safety in our world, because Cancer has need for safety. Cancer rules the home, the mother, the nurturing. That's why we need teddies, yeah? You've got to have plenty of teddies around so that you get a sense of being soothed. You don't feel too vulnerable. So when I think about Cancer, so I'm thinking now in our world, we've got all of these threats at the moment. We've got the, all these safety threats, security threats. What with the virus, with the economy, with the riots, with the climate change, with the, it's everywhere. It's like, how can we create a feeling of safety, of nourishment, that we're all going to get our needs met? Because, Cancer has got this neediness. It rules the breasts. It rules the stomach. Yeah, it's this whole digestive system. And apparently there is another brain in our gut. Cancer is very much this gut energy. So what do we need? Yeah, what do we need to feel safe? How can you feel safe? What do you need? I mean, I feel immediately calmer when I'm holding Teddy. I mean, it may sound pathetic, but it is actually just something soothing. So it doesn't have to be something complicated. What soothes you? Yeah? What is it that soothes you? And let's share. Yeah, we're family here, so let's share the things that soothe you. Yeah? For me, it's cuddling my kitty when Antoni comes by. I have lots and lots of cuddles during the day. Oh, I find that so relaxing. Being with you here right now, it's very nourishing. It's like getting food. So it's that mother love, yeah, that kind of mother love that we're looking for, and that we need to create to deal with all these turbulent changes that we're in and most likely are coming. I don't think the changes are over. I think we're in for a lot more, should we say, roller coasters? And roller coasters can be frightening, but they can also be exhilarating. So water, the ocean, thank you. Great music, thank you. Isn't it great when we share? Yeah, then we can give each other ideas to get into that soothed space. Petting your dog, animals, blankets. Yes, blankets, aren't they? Nature. And then if you don't have those things around you, then you can imagine them and visualize them. Yeah. Hugging your daughters. Yeah. Beautiful. So at the moment, we've got, for the rest of this month, we've got Mercury in Cancer still. So Mercury in Cancer is touchy. Yeah, it's sensitive. It's like, ooh, ooh, yeah, ooh, that hurt. And I notice, perhaps I got, carried away a little with some of the negative comments that came through on the last live stream. But if you're in the public eye, you're going to get negative stuff. I mean, it's part of the package. But I'm so grateful, so many of you who reached out and said lovely things, lots of emails, lots of support for Lucy, for Drew, all the support that I get, and not to get too touchy about these little comments. And I had a lovely quote that I read by Lao Tzu. I absolutely love Lao Tzu. What's it called? The Tao. And here it is, because I think it's pertinent to what's happening. If a person seems wicked, do not cast him or her away. Awaken him with your words. Elevate him with your deeds. Repay his injury with your kindness. Do not cast him away, but cast away his wickedness. So kindness heals. Kindness and gentleness, it begins to heal. May take a while, but softness always wins over hardness. There's another quote which I don't remember by Lao Tzu, which is something like, when you are born, you are soft, you are malleable. When we die, we're hard, we're brittle. It's the same with flowers, yeah? It's like there's this hardness. So it's this constant need to stay soft. And I think that's the reminder of this Cancerian energy. That no matter what, that you make a decision, maybe set the intention, maybe I should do that as well, thank you. Set the intention that I'm gonna stay soft. I will yield. I won't butt up against. And so there may be challenges. Thank you very much, Sheila. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. So with this Mercury in Cancer for the rest of this month and square to Mars in Aries, there may be unkind, barbed comments, a tendency to, yes, this kind of energy. And I think if we can be aware of it, like yesterday night, my family downstairs, God, they had a big argument. And I felt my whole body just go, boom, it was like everything just tensed, hearing other people fighting. I mean, they made it up really quickly, I've got to say. Within minutes, they were outside, friends again. But yes, not to be so emotional. Yeah. Yeah, it's a learning. And that's another wonderful Lao Tzu quote. Love is not an emotion. Love is. I think it's the quote. I might have got it wrong. So it's something like that, but it's not an emotion. I thought, that's interesting. So I just want to say a moment of gratitude for you. Thank you. Thank you for being here today in this beautiful community. That's what we're building here today. An online community of caring, of loving, of inspiring one another. Thank you very much, Pahala. Of great inspiration. Lucy, thank you. Drew, thank you. They're my moderators and helpers here today. And each one is, giving something. And we co-create here in this moment. That's why, although the live is more of a challenge, it's more fulfilling because we're together. You are here with me in Marathona, in Greece, in my living room at 10 o'clock at night. And I feel your presence. I feel your loving presence. And I hope that you can feel my heart wherever you are. Yeah. So, we do have to watch this Mercury square Mars energy. That when you have this feeling of a reaction or feeling pitiful, like, oh, woe is me, that kind of energy. Thank you very much, Ken. Then you just try to become aware of it, yeah? I try to become aware now. In fact, I think many of you will remember when I first moved in here, the dogs drove me nuts with the barking. Now, I've tried to set a different intention. And I've just said to myself, well, dogs are going to bark. And it's okay with me. And somehow, for some unknown reason, it hardly ever upsets me. 3 o'clock in the morning, if it's loud and it goes on long, a little bit. But even then, somehow the emotion has dissipated. So I think we can choose how we react. And that's the challenge of this aspect. So what frightens you? I think it's about this Mars in Aries energy, because it's there so long, so you're going to have me talking about it a lot, because we're going to see it manifesting in lots of different ways around us. And I'm going to encourage you to manifest it in being courageous, resilient. My dear, dear friend and colleague, Pam Gregory, I'm sure many of you know dear Pam Gregory, wonderful master astrologer. She has Mars in Aries. She's amazing. She had a bicycle accident a couple of weeks ago, and a car literally drove right into her and dragged her along the pavement for a few yards before he even saw that he'd run her over. And, you know, she was badly bruised. Luckily, thank goodness, you know, not serious, nothing broken. But do you know, dear Pam, Mars in Aries, this is so Mars in Aries, because my Mars in Libra would not do that. But Mars in Aries, she was back on that bike the next day. Bruises and all, pain in the hip and all. She said, I will not be frightened of going on my bike. I love it too much. I'm going. So that's this energy of this Mars in Aries that we are contending with. And so if we can sort of rise to that, yeah, rise to it, and I'm trying every day to take a risk. Yeah, take a risk. So what are the risks you need to take? I mean, I do it all the time with my business, yeah, with the work here. I'm always trying something new. I'm always thinking of you and thinking, could I make it a bit more interesting? You know, I'm always thinking, what next? So this Mars in Aries gives you a sense of being unstoppable. You're that, what's it called, that bunny, that energizer bunny. Just keeps coming up and up and up, no matter how many times you hit him down, up he comes. So where in your life do you need to just keep bouncing up? And I'll be honest with you, I truly didn't know what on earth I was going to talk to you about today. Not a clue before going live. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to trust that I'm going to have guidance, because I know I've got to be consistent. This Sun Moon is opposite Saturn. So the energy of Saturn is, by the way, Pam's doing tons better. Thank you for all your lovely wishes. But I want you to know that she did get knocked off her bike, but she's back on it. She goes out on that bike every day now. I think her hip is still sore, but she's just, you know, Mars in Aries. Go, go, go. So she's a wonderful role model for this energy. Yeah, it's like, I'm coming, but I won't be beaten. So, okay, you know, I've got to stay home at the moment, or I'm in lockdown at the moment, or they're going to give me a vaccine, or this or that or the other. I won't be beaten. Yeah, so it's not that you are being unkind, because it can be very violent. Yeah, the negative or the lower frequency expression of Mars in Aries can be very destructive. But this higher frequency, as you can see, can be very constructive, because fire energy goes upwards. It's a fire energy. Fire energy can burn, right? They can do a lot of damage, but it can also be, whoa, you know, it's passionate, isn't it? It's like, whoom. And Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So it's got to lead the way, even if it doesn't know where it's going. It's just got to say, I'm going. I will survive. That's a great, yeah, Drew, yeah, great song for Mars in Aries. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. So the Sun Moon is opposite Saturn, time of this new moon. So I think this is about setting an intention of, where do I need to put a bit more effort in? Saturn has to do with making an effort. Yeah, it's all too easy sometimes to just, you know, oh, well, you know, I'll go along, it'll be all right, yeah. Where do I need to make more effort? So for me right now with the work, it's putting still the effort into your monthly videos, right? These take me a good 3-4 days sometimes just to really do, to get done, to edit, to upload, to, you know, all of that, thumbnails, whatever. And keeping that up every month, and videos twice a month, and newsletters twice a month, and lives and all of this. But keeping that consistency. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it does feel like an uphill climb sometimes. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, you know, it's all done, ha ha ha. So where do you need to just give yourself a bit of that push and be consistent? Yeah, don't wait for the perfect moment. Yeah, there's never going to be a perfect moment. I never really feel like, you know, oh, I'm ready to go live. Never. I love it when I'm live with you. It's fabulous. But do I feel like it? No. I just say, I'm going to do it and I'm going. So, what's your dream? Okay, what is your dream? Jupiter is sextile to Neptune. So you might have a dream of being in a spiritual community. You might have a dream of doing something with your creative gifts. You might have a dream of being a healer, a teacher. What is your dream? Okay? Let's have some dream sharing. Yeah, the best things are worth working for. It does involve effort. And Mars in Aries, I'm going to ask you, so first I want to hear some of the dreams, guys. What are your dreams? What are the dreams you've got for yourself of things that you want to do or you want to achieve? Do you want to have a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? I don't know. Yeah, everybody's got different dreams. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy's encouraging you to find the thumbs up so that you can like the video. It really does help. Thank you. So, woof woof to you, Fanny. Any dreams coming through? There must be a long lag here. To live in a teepee. All right, Sherry. Love that. Okay. To be an artist healer. Lovely. Thank you, dear. To be a great spiritual leader. Okay. Right. To spread women's wellness. Thank you, Dr. Catherine. Lovely. To be a voice actress. Yay. To work from home. Travel and mentoring on YouTube. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot coming through now. Woof. We're buzzing here together, yeah? Do you get this? The juices are going. It's like creative juices. When you get creative juices going, it's like all the chakras, they just go, yeah, they go wild. Yeah. Mona wants to teach health and wellness on a big scale. All right. To aid in healing. Thank you, Misty. Erica wants to be a creative business, successful creative business owner. Emma to be a mother. Wildlife photographer, Jennifer. Woohoo! All right. So, thank you. See how we're inspiring one another here. Now, so new intention. Let's do practical things. Saturn wants us to be practical. So Sun, Moon opposite Saturn. And Jupiter and Pluto are joining in really as well. But it's all that Capricorn energy. So guys, you've got all these wonderful dreams. What are you going to do about it? When are you taking those steps? Why aren't you starting Mars in Aries now? So, now, Sandra, you want to dream, you dream and sing and play music, all that? Start now. You're never going to feel ready. It's never going to be perfect. But you've got to just say, I'm good. Because when we look at the glyph for Mars, yep, here we go. Mars. Look at, oh, I can't. Right, Mars. There we go. Look at it. Mars. It's an arrow. It's one arrow. Okay? Shooting an arrow. And Mars in Aries is about action. Right? It's not about sitting around. Mars in Pisces, another story. Thank you very much, Dean. Mars in Pisces, Mars in Libra, all these other ones, you've got to coax them a little along. Mars in Aries, absolutely not. So we're all contending with Mars in Aries energy until January. And I'm bound and determined in my Mars in Aries persona right now that I'm taking on with the new intention in my first house of the new moon, to encourage you to use this in a really positive way and to get you moving in your life. Yeah, the nice thing about Mars in Aries is just got to get moving, and not just don't be so waiting for it's got to be this perfect time, because it never ever comes. Honestly, never comes. So I'm going to give you a nice Mars in Aries quote by somebody called Machona Diliwayo, and it says, "Cowards shrink from challenges, weaklings flee from them, but warriors wink at them." So, you know, let's not get too serious, but commit over this next, let's say, week or two, that you're going to take at least one action towards the manifestation of those dreams. Okay? Are we agreeing? Do we have an agreement here? Do I get the thumbs up of yes? That you're going to take at least one step, and you're going to keep taking steps. Wink, wink. Thank you, Dr. Catherine. Thank you. Okay. And many of you hit the like button. Thank you. Woo! All of a sudden there's been a whoosh of likes. Thank you. Thank you. Doing a terrific job, Lucy. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, team. Thank you, all of you. Yeah, each one of you online here now is contributing. We are creating a grid of connectedness, whereby when you go about your day, thank you very much, Sandra, and I go about my day, we are supporting one another. We are loving one another. We are encouraging one another. Thank you again, Ken. Thank you. We are just continuing that circle of connectedness, because it's that powerful. It really is. I only have to think about you guys when I'm out on a walk and I'm thinking, oh, my family, you're all over. Yeah? We're together in this. So, and right now, there's a lot of pain on this planet. Right now, there are a lot of difficult things happening everywhere. And not easy to navigate. I think we're going to be challenged to our max. That's why it's good if you can challenge yourself and not have too many outer circumstances push you, because one way or another nature will push you. But if you can choose using these astrological aspects, then you may just, you know, accelerate your journey with less suffering along the way. A little less. That's my hope and my desire for you. And Lao Tzu again says, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. So you might be experiencing some pain. There might be some endings going on. But there's some new beginnings. New seeds, new possibilities there. So, I'm just going to see if there's any questions. I will take a couple of questions if there are any. And I think that if you can fall in love, you know how it is when you fall in love with somebody, you're kind of unstoppable, aren't you? Yeah, there's nothing you can't achieve. Yeah, it's like you're walking on a cloud when you've got that feel of falling in love. So let's fall in love with one another. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love with nature, fall in love with the animals. Whatever gives you that feeling. Because when you're in love, you're very courageous. You do things you wouldn't normally do. Yeah, you become a different person. So, let's fall in love with one another. That's my message to you with this beautiful new moon in Cancer. Do I practice energy healing? Sherry, no, not consciously. No, I do a lot of prayers. I do some yoga, kind of yoga. I do Pleiadian yoga. They kind of move me around. But I do a lot of praying. Transmissions from the Pleiadians I'm being asked for. Do the Pleiadians have any words? All right, let's see what they want to say. Oh, we love you all so very much, dear ones. We are always with you. You know, it's a beautiful time to be alive upon this planet Earth. Yes, we know that it is challenging for many of you, but it's a wonderful time because everything is loving you. You will experience more love than you've ever experienced if you just allow it to come in. More love is coming into your planet than has ever been here. More love is opening around the galaxies around you. Love is just everywhere. If we could just send you thousands and thousands of love messages everywhere, that's really what we're doing, yes? Everywhere we are transmitting love frequencies. Everywhere around you. If you can just relax into that and know that everywhere is love. Even if it doesn't look like love. Very often, you know, you look in your world and you go, that doesn't look loving, that doesn't look loving. But you're kind of looking from a very narrow perspective. But if you just looked a little wider around, you would see that everything is love. And everything forms itself beautifully. And everything unforms itself beautifully. And we are always with you. And we love you so very much, dear ones. And let yourselves really go, go, go. Yes, Bracha has explained many of the things that we wanted to share with you today had we been doing it on our own. But we just love being with you. We're always with you. Always, always, always. And just go, go, go is what we want to say to you. Go. Really go. Green for go. We love you, love you, love you. Thank you. I didn't expect that. But that, I guess, is Mars in Aries energy. And I just want to thank you all for listening. Thank you, Drew. Thank you so much, Lucy. Thank you for those of you who support me on Patreon, those of you who supported on the live chat, for liking, commenting, subbing, just spreading the love. Yeah, just spread that love. Yeah, imagine you've got slices of bread and you are spreading love all over it. And you're spreading love all over. Yeah, you are encased in love. So I love you. I thank you very much for being with me. I look forward to your comments, to your feedback. And I'll just say, from me and the peas.